Peter Thiel from PayPal, Sam Altman from Y Combinator, Reid Hoffman from LinkedIn, Elon Musk from, well, everything, and a bunch of other internet entrepreneurs met one day in a Silicon Valley garage and decided to sweep AI's world off of its feet with one name in their mind: OpenAI. Promising to keep the source open, hence the name, and aiming to create a non-profit focused on developing artificial intelligence, quote, in the way that is most likely to benefit humanity as a whole. Few years, some board drops, and a lot of money later, they were not non-profit anymore. Students are using their tools to cheat exams, professionals fear for their jobs, and big tech companies are scrambling to get a piece of AI action. Hi, I'm Yonka. Welcome to Blank Note. In this episode, we're going to explore in brief the history of OpenAI. Why is Microsoft investing $10 billion? What is Google afraid of? And will AI take your job? In the year 1950, Alan Turing, the renowned English mathematician and computer scientist, began a paper with the now famous provocation: can machines think? Since you clicked the video, I'm pretty sure you're already familiar with the term AI. But have you ever heard of A.G.I? In contrast to narrow intelligence like the clumsy AI tools we see nowadays, artificial general intelligence would be a machine with the learning and reasoning powers of the human mind. Pair that with 24-hour interconnection, supercomputing powers, no need for rest or sleep like humans do, and imagine what super tool you have in your hands. Now imagine this tool falling in the wrong hands. Some scientists, such as Stephen Hawking and Stuart Russell, have articulated concerns that if advanced AI someday gains the ability to redesign itself at an ever-increasing rate, an unstoppable intelligence explosion could lead to human extinction. And this is the exact reason why the aforementioned names grouped to create responsible A.G.I. If anybody ever meets that kind of milestone, as humanity eventually will, it should better be a non-profit, non-corporate, or, as OpenAI puts it, a leading research institution which can prioritize a good outcome for all over its own self-interest. So, in December 2015, OpenAI was born. This noble intention attracted $1 billion from Amazon Web Services, Infosys, and YC Research. The serious budget and the fascinating group of people were able to generate gravity, attracting some of the most interesting minds in the world of AI. A Google employee said he was willing to leave Google for OpenAI, quote, partly because of the very strong group of people and, to a very large extent, because of its mission. However, the organization was able to pay corporate-level salaries rather than non-profit ones. How much, you ask? Well, it is estimated that top AI researchers cost more than NFL quarterbacks. So give Tom Brady a Google. Moreover, the initial organization policy was openness, encouraging researchers to publish their work as papers, blog posts, or code, and their patents would be shared with the world. Each year, starting from 2016, they would release at least 2 products offering AI benchmark platforms, coding assistants, image generators, gaming bots, and in 2018, the first generative pre-trained transformer, GPT, a language model able to acquire knowledge and process massive amounts of dependencies by training on diverse stretches of text. That same year, 2018, Elon Musk resigned his board seat, citing a potential future conflict of interest because of his role as CEO of Tesla and the company's development in AI for self-driving cars. Then, in 2019, the organization converted from a non-profit to capped profit. In simple English, no one can profit more than 100 times their investment. OpenAI argues that this allows them to legally attract investors and also give employees stakes in the company, making sure they won't hurt the organization in any form. The move was met with a lot of criticism. Professionals, including Elon Musk, saw this as a shift from the initial purpose of the organization, and the $1 billion investment from Microsoft sure didn't make it look any better. GPT-2 was announced in 2019 and made some headlines when the company initially refused to release its source code or usable version, as they feared it could be used to produce fake news. And finally, announced since 2020 but released on December 2022, GPT-3. An accessible version was published in the form of a chat, and it took the internet by storm. Capable of providing answers scraped from the internet with a database limited to 2021, it can preserve the context of the conversation, respond in human-like sentences, write code, translate in multiple languages, and exceed in medical exams. The app received 100 million users in just the first 2 months, a milestone that took Facebook 4 years to achieve, Instagram 2 years, Google 1, and TikTok 9 months. Oh, and surprise, surprise, GPT-3 is licensed exclusively to Microsoft, putting the open sourceness in question. The first billion that Microsoft invested in the company is going to be joined by another 10 billion, giving it 46% stake ownership of the company. The parent company of OpenAI is already valued at 29 billion, and they are expecting a total revenue of 1 billion by the end of 2024. In the collaboration statement, Microsoft speaks of supercomputer-powered AI, but also uses the word customer in the very same paragraph. So, there you have it. What seemed like a noble cause in the beginning is starting to look more like just another big tech player with all the best AI power in their hands. Versions of ChatGPT are going to be incorporated in Bing, Outlook, and throughout Office 365 services. A not yet public rollout of an AI-powered Bing is already out there. What it basically does is get your queries, search the internet, and give you the answer you were asking. Yes, it is bad right now, but it is good enough to strike some fear in Google headquarters. Rumor has it, Alphabet has been going into speed meetings since ChatGPT made way into the public domain. That is why DeepMind, Google's AI division, only recently announced Bard, its own version of GPT. I mean, think about it. The most valuable business Google owns is that search engine. No wonder it pays Apple $10 billion a year for keeping Google as the default search engine in Safari. Anybody would come close to threaten the Google it term, imagine the tremendous revenue loss. But this is the difference between Bing and Google. While the first one has nothing to lose, it is willing to mess around until they find a way to make it safe, useful, and competitive. Google, on the other hand, has everything to lose. Can you imagine the amount of brand damage it would do if you would get wrong, biased answers from the #1 place you go for answers? And that is why they are taking their time to come up with something at least safely functional. But if Google fears for their job, should you fear for your job?
It's possible that artificial intelligence, AI, could take over some jobs in the future, but the extent to which this will happen is difficult to predict. Some jobs are more likely to be impacted by AI than others, such as those that involve repetitive or predictable tasks that can be easily automated. However, there are also many jobs that require human skills such as creativity, empathy, and critical thinking, which are difficult for AI to replicate. It's important to note that while some jobs may be automated by AI, new jobs may also be created as a result of technological advancements. Additionally, there may be a need for humans to oversee and maintain AI systems, which could create new job opportunities. Overall, it's important to stay up to date with developments in your industry and to continue developing skills that are less likely to be automated. This could include skills such as problem solving, communication, and collaboration, which are highly valued in many fields.
Says ChatGPT, which is already replacing 12% of BuzzFeed's staff, who is now an Amazon Web Services certified cloud practitioner and has already passed university's exams. There will come a day in the next century or so where most jobs will be automated, where manual labor will be close to non-existing. That will be a day when virtual or physical robots will supervise robots. Energy will be completely renewable. Humans will work less and less. And now, this is the tricky bit. If we put the right legislation in place, AI will forever serve humanity. Eventually, life on Earth will become an everlasting holiday. The issues with that scenario we will discuss in another video. But if we allow A.G.I. decision-making of vital type, say political, for example, human extension could indeed become a reality.
When the Earth starts to settle, God throws a stone at it.
As of now, humans are still in charge, and humanity's biggest danger is not AI. It's humans themselves, corporates, their drive for cheaper workforce, for more clients, for power. The case of OpenAI is a living example. Initially, an organization with a very honorable cause, but once again, capitalism has the last word. Alright, that's it for this video. As always, thanks for watching and thank you for the support. Catch you in the next one.